Hello and welcome to MadScan's free real-time stock scanner. The version of the free stock scanner allows you full access to all our signals and features that we offer in the paid version of MadScan. The only difference between the free version and the paid version is the paid version allows for multiple windows to be used, and the paid version allows for you to receive trades on every ECN and exchange. The free version just allows one active window, as it says here, one active window to run at a time, and excludes trades from NYSE Arca. In other words, the ECN trades that occur in NYSE Arca, NASDAQ ECN, and Amex ECN. All other trades from like regional BATS, EDGX trades actually get generated, and these alerts here are actually from those exchanges. So you can see they actually provide quite a large number, maybe 60 to 70% of the trades that would allow you to receive signals per symbol. The ones that you would notice probably some bigger differences on are on very thin stocks that don't trade that actively. You would notice that there would be a divergence in the number of signals that you receive for those symbols. Other than that, it's exactly the same as the paid version, and the point of the free version was basically to allow you to explore what benefits MadScan has to offer you. It allows you to explore it at your own time. There's no time limitations, so there's no like 7-day, 30-day free trial. You can come and use this thing every day, and when you feel you want to upgrade and you find enough use in it, you want to upgrade, go to MadScan's website and upgrade to a paid level of service. Until that time, enjoy this product and service completely free from MadScan. Now let me just briefly show you around about how the product works. So if you're new to scanning or if you're new to MadScan, let me briefly walk you around how this product works. So let's start with the menus. Starting at the top, the file menu will always reveal any new primary features of the software. So Signal Scan is what you have running here. Generates real-time streaming alerts based on the signals that you generated or based on the signals that are available on the sample scans. But we'll go through that in just a sec. So Signal Scan, that's what we're looking at here. A reset sample scan to default will simply reset it. So let's click on that. You see I have 5-minute high-low. Now it's going to reset to the default, which is new high, new low, and also post-market new high, new low. And again, we'll talk about that in just a minute. And then the last feature here, which is currently available, is stocks breaking on news. This is a very, very popular and very useful tool to a lot of active traders that want to identify stocks which are moving on a specific news event. And we'll click on that. We can actually look at that now. It takes some time for it to load, but essentially what you see in these columns is the trade time, the symbol, the net change, and if you put your mouse over, it gives you the full explanation since the first story came out, which we're tracking. And this is all based on our algorithm, but it lets you know the symbol, how much it's moved since the stories come out, where the stories come out from the news sources, so press wires, which is like Business Wire, Prime Wire. Then we have SEC 10K stories like Form 4s, Form 10s, Form 8s, and Briefing and Flying the Wall Street Insider, soon to have Benzinga content on here too, and soon to have Dow Jones hopefully as well. So you can quickly at a glance see what story is moving. In this particular form, okay, it's an SEC filing that was released at 3:40 p.m., which is 14 minutes ago. And you know it's a Form 4 because it tells you what kind of form. Now, if you're familiar with these forms, you know how they work, how much time it takes to digest these stories, and then the stock starts to move on it. So, and whenever the stock starts to move and how much it moves, we track that activity for you. So that's the stock's moving on breaking news. Going back to the Signal Scan, there's no configuration options here, by the way. So when you right-click, you can just change the fonts and stuff, but as far as configuration, there is none because it's an algorithm that we create and stream to this window. If you switch back to the Signal Scan window, which again is just streaming real-time alerts as they happen, In this case, you see just new high, and you can see here in the description whether it's a 5-day, 10-day, whatever the number of days high it is. And here it's 192-day high. The high-low, the real-time volume multiple. Again, you put your mouse over on these things, and it will tell you a lot of the information inside what these things actually mean. So that's for the columns. Now let's go into the config of this window. The config is basically the configuration options that's available for all our scans and the free scanner as well. So if you right click and go into scan settings, you'll be in the configuration options for the signal scan window. Here you can basically select and choose whatever signals you would like to see show up here. Like I said, by default we have the new high, new low, and also we have the post-market high and low. So in case you start this thing after 4 p.m., you will actually get post-market alerts. But let's just select, let's uncheck new high, and let's just go to select 5-minute high lows, and we'll also select a filter. Let me backtrack a little bit. The signals are all broken down by categories. So the signals are broken down by category: high, low, open, close. If I click on those, you'll see all the open, close signals, the candle patterns, moving averages, technical patterns like MACD, RSI, reversal patterns, and other that didn't fit into any category. If you scroll down, those are all the signals that you have available, and they're quite a bit. You can select as many of them as you like. And they're very powerful by themselves, but you can make them even more powerful and more meaningful by filtering them down to the universe that you're interested in trading. So that's the point of the filters. The filters will filter it down to, let's say you can put in a min price, $5, and max price of $50. And that's, let's say, the trade universe that you like to trade. And you could put in a min average daily volume here. So you put in min of 250,000 shares, or whatever your minimum is. And then you can enter whatever other filtering filters you like to help, again, filter down the universe down to the types of stocks you like to trade. We have a gap ups, number of up days, percentage, ranges, consecutive 5-minute, 10-minute. We have quite a bit of filtering. You'll have to figure out or work with our support staff to help you figure out what type of filter, what type of scan you want to set up, and so that that will work with your trading style. The next type of filter, and these are all filters, so this is signal, that's the thing that will come through in here. Then the rest are just filtering stuff. What type of signals of that type do you want to see? So you said between 5 and 50 and the volume requirements. Now we're going to go into news filters and say, okay, and you may want news filters, you may not want, but if you do want news filters, this would be a place where you could filter and say, no news stories today. Simply check that box. So any signal that comes in can't have a news story today. Or you could say, the stock does have to have a news story, and it's from whichever source. Let's select all. And this is the good stuff. You could select the type of tags, so earnings, guidance, or you could select all. We'll give you anything with news in the last 60 minutes, and you can start to track those 5-minute highs and lows. Or you could just get 5-minute highs and lows in stocks that were upgraded or downgraded today. You could do all that stuff here. And we have some sample scans that get you started with this stuff, but just walking you through it. Exchanges, again, filter, you can see only stocks from NASDAQ or just stocks from NYSE by unchecking these two, or vice versa. You can get everything by checking them. Finally, symbol list lets you select some earnings filters. These stocks have earnings, or by recent IPOs, stocks that were recently an IPO. And once you select your signal configure, select apply, and now the only alerts that you'll start to get will have to meet your criteria. The last thing I want to point out is the sample scans. Sample scans will get you started and where you want to be. So if you want to see cheap stocks on the rise, you click on that, and then the type of alerts that will come in here are all configured to give you cheap stocks on the rise. If you want to see how it's configured exactly, you could right click and go to scan settings and see what settings were selected for that. If you want to see gap up and making new lows, you check that one up, and then you only get those alerts. Finally, the support tab will take you back to us. If you want to reach us for live chat or contact us, you could do that here. the sample scans. If you want to reset the default, simply click reset, and it will take you back to that original default setting. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you.